Joining us now, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, because he do be getting the scoops. Television host and NBA insider. Scoop, what's up, man?
Working my tail off. How y'all doing?
What's up, We're doing good, man. Of course, you are working your tail off. You always are, man. If you follow him, you see that. He's always working, doing something. It might not even be basketball. He could be just pulling up to an entertainment event. You never know.
Oh, he's in the mix like that.
Yeah, he's in the mix like that, man. And I'm sure I'll see him in Cleveland, NABJ.
Yep.
Brandon, man, let's get into this. 4 teams interested in LeBron. Tell us who they are and where this all came about.
So the teams that I was told were Cavaliers, Clippers, Mavericks, and the Warriors. And they're interested, but there's a lot of work that has to be done before anything happens.
Now, when you get these teams that are interested, what level of, you said a lot of work to be done? Is this just, let me just go out there and make a, it's like back when you were in high school and you tried to get the one girl you knew you couldn't get, you just, let me just call her and just see. You never know. Or is this actually something feasible that could actually happen?
Well, first and foremost, that one girl I was putting in work to get. I don't know about you, but you work it out for you go get that. You know what I'm saying? So, but in all actuality, this is what I'll tell you. I wrote a piece over at my blog at scoopy.com about a week and a half ago, and I actually detailed a conversation that LeBron James and Kyrie Irving had on the phone, where Kyrie was essentially trying to get LeBron James to come to Dallas, and they ended that conversation with LeBron telling Kyrie, I'll think about it. And it's 2 years later, and you're looking at LeBron James opting into a deal with the Lakers. First of all, you have to secure your bag, but there's a lot of questions. Number one, just the direction of where the Lakers are going. Luka Doncic is obviously a world-class talent. So is LeBron. LeBron is getting older, but you could see that the shifts and the tides are turning as it relates to just where they're going. I know that Dallas does have interest as well as the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think those are the two most realistic teams based upon conversations that I've had, intel that has been discussed with me. But it's a matter of how you get LeBron there. You'd have to do quite a bit in order to make that happen. Now, if you look at the Dallas Mavericks, there is a lot of familiarity there. Head coach Jason Kidd was part of that bubble team. Mm-hmm. Frank Vogel is an assistant there. Phil Handy. You got Kyrie Irving there. You have Anthony Davis there. There's a lot. Kyrie wasn't on that Lakers team, but of course familiarity there. But there would be some pieces that you'd have to move to the Lakers in order to make that happen. Cleveland is intriguing, but as it relates to just the 4 teams that contacted Rich Paul, I'm told that those were the 4 teams that did reach out to him.
Well, Brendan, yes, all that sounds great. Just keep him away from Dallas. That's all I'll say. But move it.
Why?
Yeah, no, I'm a Maverick fan, and I know if LeBron comes, that situation it's going to blow it up because obviously if it's not a buyout situation, you're getting rid of so many key rotation pieces that it just doesn't really make sense to me.
So, in answer to your question,
yeah,
I think LeBron having 1 year left on his deal, I look at it kind of. I look at it a year ahead. So we've already seen a proof of concept where we've seen Bronny James be drafted by the Lakers and be able to play with his dad. Realistically and futuristically, if I'm LeBron James, I take this last year to do a farewell tour in Los Angeles.
Yes.
See where my son goes in the draft and sign with that team. I think that creates the perfect separation. And it does something for LeBron in a healthy way that I don't think Kobe was able to do because of the Achilles injury and just the way the Lakers were going at the time when he retired. I think that if that's what he's looking to do and move on and go to a championship contender, I feel like he has the space to do it. So say the Denver Nuggets hypothetically draft Bryce, or say, Memphis or any team. I think that would make the most sense for him to go out and bow out gracefully. What do you say?
Well, so I'm glad you said that. And by the way, again, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, television host and NBA insider, Scoop B on X and social media. I've been saying, usually, obviously, Rob is here, and he can't wait for Lamar to go away. I mean, LeBron to go away. He can't wait for him to move on. Whereas I'm saying, dude, I don't care what you think, he's sticking around for Bryce. At this point, LeBron is blazing trails. He knows rings I can't catch Jordan. Mm-hmm. So I have to do things Jordan never done. I have won a championship now for 3 different franchises. I've won in each conference. You know what I mean? I'm the points leader. I've spoken up on things that mattered in the community and for for black folks that maybe Jordan didn't do. He's finding all these different ways to try to lead him. And one of them, he can say, I didn't just play with my son, which is crazy enough.
Yeah.
I played with him on the same team, and I might play with my other son on the same team. Or potentially, and it's not crazy, Scoop, all three of them play together. The Lakers have, what, one more year with Bronny?
I think it's a 3-year deal, if I'm not mistaken, not a 2-year.
It's a 4-year deal. Okay, but if he plays with both sons, maybe Bryce separately, and can say check, I'll play with both. I mean, again, he's checking boxes. That is crazy. I think that's his last motivation. Sure, if I accidentally win a title on the team, great. I think his motivation is at this point play with Bryce, and I'm done.
I think the great Biggie Smalls said it best. Not only am I the client, I'm the player president.
Oh my God,
He's done it his way. Seriously, like, all joking aside, I give that reference, but in all actuality, I think you really saw LeBron when he was taking shorter deals, all the way back to his first stint in Cleveland. Like, he's always been calculated on terms. Mm-hmm. And so he has a track record with that. Like, LeBron is not that hard to figure out. Usually, like, you know when he's getting ready to leave, or you know when the tide is about to shift. Like, you knew in that last year in Miami, it was coming. You knew that last year in Cleveland it was coming, because after a while, typically, LeBron playing on a team, it lasts about 3 to 4 years. The Lakers is the longest tenure. But a lot of people are scratching their head and like, well, what's next? And Luka being there is kind of the writing on the wall in a way that you've never really seen before. But I think being a player for hire that's still healthy, I think that's genius, and be able to craft and have a deal that is termed on your terms. I mean, Michael on the Wizards wasn't even that calculated.
Right. No, Brian, you know what's crazy? My whole thing was finish it out in L.A. Obviously, it didn't go. I think it's been underwhelming this time in L.A., right? Obviously, they got the bubble championship, but people expected more. They expected a couple of rings from LeBron here in L.A. That didn't happen.
They didn't, but the Clippers did.
That's for sure, but I think they were expecting one more from the Lakers at least. But in my mind, I see like a fairy tale ending happening with him, and I think it would be one of those things that would actually be a good story for LeBron to finish his career, to go back to Cleveland one more time with the team that has a chance to win in the East. It's wide open. I think about that scenario a lot.
Listen, LeBron leaving Cleveland both times made the team better. If you remember when he left the first time. Yep. He went to the Miami Heat. They got Tristan Thompson and Kyrie in the draft. Mm-hmm. And then he leaves Cleveland again, and they end up later on getting Donovan Mitchell. Tristan Thompson comes back, and, you got a competitive team. And so for LeBron to come back again and to win it all, I've always looked at that as a storybook ending in a way, comparatively, that Iverson did not have that same return in Philadelphia. Comparatively, or you'd even like to see later on in his career Damian Lillard have a similar ending like that. Like, I think certain people just deserve that ending, and they have that relationship with the community. I'd ultimately like to see that in Cleveland with Bryce.
Here's the problem, though. And we're up against it, so we gotta, end it here. But I think the issue with that is if this were the Cavs with those Kyrie years when LeBron left and they were just struggling and they didn't have anything, cool, it looks great. We'll get extra fans, butts in seats, and sell some merchandise.
Right.
This team is actually competing. And with the way the East is set up right now, I don't think you want to mess up the chemistry and what you're trying to build, right? Because then, in order to get them, we got to trade, we got to do this, and what if and you mess around and, we did that for 1 year, now we're all jacked up for another decade.
Yeah.
And so I think go ahead, Scoop.
Which is why I think Dallas is more of a perfect fit, if not Cleveland.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting next to Kerry, and every time you say it, Kerry starts twitching. So he doesn't like hearing that, man. Scoop, appreciate you as always. Brandon Scoop B. Robinson.
All right,
Make sure you get him, go ahead and follow him. Scoop B on socials. Thank you, man.